We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for in return is for you guys to smash that like button. And here we are with AMC Entertainment Holdings having an explosive move to the upside. And it was not the only stock within the volatility trying to push up higher. The SPY tried to as well. Early on in the morning, our SPY bot sent out a bull indicator at 9:40 a.m. And from that moment forward, call options went up 200% plus within minutes to an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge over the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected to our SPY bot, our QQQ bot, our newly released Tesla bot, and we have other bots on the way so that you can receive the clarity and edge that you deserve within the volatility of the markets to maximize on opportunities. So AMC, why is it going higher? Well, it all started since way down here when it found support, and when you zoom out, it has been trying to push itself up higher in the last several months. But in the last several weeks here and the beginning of August, it all started here consolidating, leading up to the earnings, and what came out that has made it go up. That's what we're going to break down in today's video. But before we break it all down, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity I mentioned this morning over at the Discord. We strive for opportunities like these every single day, and nearly every single stock we mentioned this week have given home run opportunities of 40% plus. So the home run of the day was spectacular and beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on in the pre-market, check out the link down below in the description to the Discord. And by joining, you'll become part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So these are the two stocks I mentioned this morning. Both of them gave jumps of 3 to 5%, 5 to 10% plus, but one of them turned out to be a home run, and that was PEGY. It was pulling downwards towards the bell when we caught it in the pre-market, and things quickly shifted from white with red borders to red with green borders, and a full transition on 42 vision. Extra layer of confirmation with that bull indicator, and it hit a highest point of 40% plus, guys. If you guys want to know about these stocks early on in the pre-market, check out the link down below in the description to the Discord. We strive for opportunities like these every single day, and we look forward to having you join us. Let's jump into these charts. So here we are with AMC Entertainment Holdings, and it had an explosive run up today. And there's a lot of things that add up to this moment and a lot of reasons why things are moving the way they are. I'm going to pull up the bull and bear indicators, which you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected to the SPY bot, our QQQ bot, our newly released Tesla bot, and we have other bots on the way so that you can receive the clarity and edge that you deserve within the volatility of the markets to maximize on opportunities. And you can now join the members using these resources to maximize in either direction by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts. So AMC went from a bear indicator yesterday in the aftermarket hours, hit a dip area on 42 vision, which is white with red borders, and has done a complete transition into strength, into the rip area, followed by that extra layer of confirmation with that bull indicator, right? So when we hit these dip areas, they tend to be a point of watching. It could either be a consolidation like it was back here, or it could actually be a bottom before the next rip. This was consolidation, things shifted back up, full strength here. And if you zoom out and you look at this from a bigger time frame, like if we go over to the 4-hour here, just for an example, you could see that dip area, consolidation zone, and full move up to this point. And zoomed in on the 15-minute, where I circled here was the dip area, this was the rip area, and the full move. So 42 vision with the bull and bear indicators give us extra layers of confirmation and allow us to see the dips from the rips, which allow us to maximize within the volatility and the moves. But let's talk about what's really going on here on this chart and why things shifted from bear to bull after the earnings and why it's taking off. So the first thing is, when you go back in time, right? Adam Aron, the CEO, he teased of a big catalyst for the stock coming up, and he was actually interviewed. And he stated that when he was asked, when are we going to pounce? He used to get that question a lot. And he stated in his tweets, publicly stating that it was not going to happen before second quarter of 2022. And the next press release was issued that earnings was coming up, right? So earnings was August 4th. That was yesterday. And nothing has happened in the last several days and weeks until this earnings that came out. Then he comes out, and apart from that, he publicly states it, because this was actually something that was published back in July 7th. He was getting asked a lot about this. He did an interview and so forth back in June and July. And then all of a sudden, months have passed by, weeks have passed by, and today AMC is going higher. Well, he goes ahead and posts on Twitter multiple, threads stating, "Today we pounce." And today was yesterday, August 4th. And today is the date, right? He stated this on the date of earnings while the stock was sitting sideways and it fell. And today, the hidden message, or at least basically the public message, was, "Today we pounce." And he stated it here on his tweet multiple times. He actually teased about this, and he gave a thread of timelines over on Twitter as well, and at the interviews. And then we have the short interest here with days to cover of 2.74, 18% of the float, and off exchange short volume ratio is 55%. And if you look here, the short shares availability is 1.6 million at the time right now. So super important to keep in mind that some covering is happening as this continues to go higher, and the borrow fee rate is pretty low. Okay, now on top of all of this, right, the tweet, the time horizon, the whole word pounce, when are we going to pounce, that the apes were asking, and things have been moving up towards it. The next thing is this release of the issues of shareholders, right? Being able to receive this dividend spinoff is basically what it is. In other words, of 517 million shares of preferred stock are going to go under the ticker symbol APE, okay? This is a big deal. This is a big move for the apes, for AMC holders, and so forth. But I find this very interesting because one of the main things that stood out to me in this whole entire article is, with the creation of apes, right, AMC is going to be able to strengthen its company. Why? Because the CEO Aaron stated something that stood out to me, right? And it states here, given the flexibility that the apes will give us, we likely will be able to raise money if we need or so choose, with immensely lessen any survival risk as we continue to work our way through this pandemic to recovery and transformation. So right now, given the flexibility that the apes will give them, right, to raise money. So the apes, or the ape ticker symbol, is going to be basically not a dilution directly of AMC, but its own entity of where they're kind of just going to create liquidity out of there and make themselves raise money. Now, how is it going to affect AMC in the long run? Well, if there's a ticker symbol that is in correlation to AMC and it's going down, eventually it's going to have an effect on the stock. I'm not sure what type of effect, but it's going to affect it, okay? And another thing too is this is just going to give more firepower to the shorts to go ahead, do the naked shares. They're going to get an extra 517 million shares that they can start shorting, and nowhere does it state how much the ape ticker symbol is going to start off at value, right? So if it's less than AMC, it's not much. If it's around the same amount as AMC or more, it's going to be a dividend that a lot of people may not want to hold because it's going to reflect or mirror, right, quote unquote, whatever value AMC is. So it's almost like doubling the total amount. Now, if AMC is not being diluted by this, like this does not count from AMC's total count of shares, then it may be its own thing and it's not going to have much an effect on AMC. But if they're reflecting it based off AMC and they're pulling some of AMC shares to go ahead and go over there, I mean, that is just complicating things beyond understanding. But one thing I could tell you is the stock is going higher because this news is exciting a lot of people. The dividend is going to get paid for those that are holding AMC, and for every AMC that's held, one of those ape ticker symbol stocks shares will be given to the holders. So very interesting stuff. And then on top of that, everything that was leading up to this point, when we pounced, how he answered it, how he did that thread months back, and today on Twitter, all over the place. And since yesterday, he tweeted, "Today we pounce." So that's something he was asked, and that's something that he's bringing to the table. And he's stating that the apes give AMC a vital new currency to pay down debt. It's almost like a dilution in a way. Even though it's not directly AMC, ape, right, that ticker symbol is going to be more of funding, especially the way he expresses it all the way down here as I read it. And he's stating that the flexibility is given to him because the apes are giving it to them. So I don't know how you guys feel about that. If you're an ape or you consider yourself one, or you're a shareholder of AMC or a trader, how that makes you feel. But right now, we need to talk about what's going on here in the chart, because on the 30-minute bull indicator, on the 4-hour bull indicator, and on the 1-day bull indicator, okay? So what are the key levels to watch here? We've broken through $19. That was a key level of resistance. If it broke above it, we were going to see numbers below 25, but higher than that. And now the next level is $24. That's where that last bear indicator popped up. If the bulls can actually turn that into a support, pull away from it, and reach back up to 29 and 30 plus, things can start moving really fast. And the higher this goes, the higher the possibility of the shorts getting squeezed out of their positions. Now to the downside, we need to zoom in here and go back towards the 15-minute. I'm going to be watching the 15-minute if this bull indicator can hold up, and on the 30-minute as well, and how things react up here. But to the downside, the first support is $20, and below that will be 19. And if 19 gets broken through, the low of the day at $16, guys. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.